What have we got there, Mark?
This is the new Sim2 Hybrid Club.
Is it?
Yeah.
Equivalent to a 3-iron?
It says that on the bottom of it, yes.
Do you think you'd hit it better than a 3-iron?
I'm not sure.
Should we find out?
Yeah, let's do it.
Let's do it now.
I get on quite well with long irons.
That's the first time I've ever said the second part of that line. Hi everyone, James Robinson here, guys. First things first, I'd like to warmly welcome you all back to the channel, and I'd also like to welcome mid-handicap Mark back to the channel. Mark, how are you?
I'm very good, thanks, James.
Good, wonderful to have you. We've got an array of numbers on screen here because we've just been testing some bladed irons.
We have, yes.
And I'm going to import a clip now. Have you ever gamed a 3-iron?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes,
How did that go for you?
Well, I get on quite well with long irons.
Yeah, have you saying you're a very good long iron player?
Thank you.
Because you said it, not me.
I did say it, yeah. I get on quite well with long irons.
But,
yes.
So long story short, we're going to test this 3 hybrid, which is at 19 degrees, the Taylormade Sim2 Max, against the Mizuno Blade 3-iron, the MP32 from a few years ago.
Yes.
Loft-wise, there's not that much difference as you would think. Loft-wise, we're talking 2 degrees,
yeah.
Which is neither really here nor there, but kind of
Not
club
really,
makeup-wise and shaft-wise and everything else is a bit of a bigger difference.
Sort of 15 years difference,
where is that 3-iron? There. There you go.
Oh, yes. Yes, very nice. Now look at these.
That's a bit of a difference. And actually, shaft length-wise, we're talking probably a couple of inches there, aren't we? But nothing major. Obviously, we've got a graphite shaft in the hybrid, which technology's moved on. But I think in long irons, people generally would have a steel shaft anyway, wouldn't they?
I think so, yes. Well, I would.
Do we hit a handful of each and see the difference?
Yes, let's.
So the range is set, the computer's ready, and Mark has the hybrid in his hands. Are we going to alternate just to make it nice and fresh?
Yeah,
we go
we'll hit alternate shots.
Kind of 3, 3, 3, 3, that kind of thing. So Mark, you're yet to try this hybrid, which I think's obviously making the test a little bit fairer. It's not your own hybrid, neither is the 3-iron.
It's not, no, that's right.
They're both similar specs, stiff shaft, nothing, no extra stiff, no exotic shaft, nothing like that. What would you expect from this test, Mark, as a 10.5 playing 12 handicap here at Huddersfield?
I would expect the hybrid to go a little bit further, probably 10, 15 yards further.
Yeah.
And I think it'll be a little bit more consistent with this version.
Yeah, I would agree with that. I think the hypothesis is set, isn't it? So
yes.
You impressed with that?
Yes. The
GCSE science.
Hypothesis is set, now we're doing the testing. Well, blimey, that was a terrible strike. But look how far it's gone.
Yeah, 216, spinning at 4.5. I think,
wow.
I mean, we're not going to make any presumptions off the first shot, but I honestly think hybrids are a mid-handicap's best friend.
Yeah.
Realistically, because they're so versatile, so forgiving, and I think, even looking at guys on tour that use them and low handicappers that use them, I just think it makes golf easier for people, to be fair. But you never know, you might stand up and hit that 3-iron 230 straight down the middle, spinning at 3, maybe, I don't know, maybe not.
Maybe. Right, come on, let's hit this properly. Wow.
Identical number, 216.
The distance is exactly the same.
Thoughts on it going a touch left? I mean, it's not a jumper left, is it? But it's
no, it's that's just my swing path. It's just, I'm just coming a little bit out to in on it.
Yeah, just 4 degrees to the left, that path actually, with a face matching it near enough, so a bit of a pull.
Yeah.
It's like a machine.
Wow. Well, the length consistency is...
It's actually quite unbelievable, isn't it? We've hit 3 shots and there's three yards in it. Go 2 more, Matt. We'll go 5, 5, 5, 5, and then that's a bit more of an array. Because I think the big question here isn't so much the difference in averages, but the difference in that front to back dispersion. How good's your good one, but how bad's your worst one? And a lot of times people forget that. If this hybrid could save you even 5 to 10 yards on your worst shot, then it's more beneficial than,
it is, isn't it? Yeah.
For me anyway.
Yeah, certainly. Oh, that was a bad toppy one.
Interesting one. 188 left. Ooh. That's a jumper shot, that one. 4 left. Not your best.
That's a horrible one.
Is that you trying to show us your worst one after I've just said that? Nice. Very nice. That's got to strike a bit of fear into you now, has it?
Yeah, but it's a different sort of club to try and swing, isn't it? Back down to the wall.
Absolutely is. There you go. Enjoy.
I will. Thank you.
If you were stood on a par 3 tee, how would you be feeling now over this compared to the hybrid? That's how I always relate to things like this.
Yeah, I'd much rather have that in my hand.
Yeah,
absolutely.
Definitely. That didn't sound too bad a strike. I know it wasn't your best, but it didn't. Similar kind of strike?
Similar sort of strike.
185 on that one.
I mean, the difference was, for me anyway, it feels as though I can hit this one straight. Mm-hmm. I know the first one was a long way right.
Yeah.
But it just feels as though I can control it a bit more.
Yeah, and I think we can probably account for maybe 5 to 10 yards with the loft difference. But apart from that, it's very much just the makeup of the club. That's the best strike, yeah, that's incredible. 197. Very good. That must have been the most pleasing shot of the test so far. Yeah. So if you're talking about playing for pure enjoyment and ball striking feel.
Well, exactly, yes. That was great.
That's a different argument, but yeah. Another nice one, Mark. Kind of getting a hang of that now. Good shot. Lovely shot. That's 5 each. We're going to do the test again just to make it properly fair, because I know people love a fair test. I think I know which one's potentially going to win, but it depends how you're judging it, doesn't it?
That's right, it does.
So
it does.
Hybrid. Because actually, dispersion-wise, I think the 3 irons holding its own. Do you think you're going harder at the hybrid because you know that forgiveness is there?
Possibly. It might be an element of that. So now having hit it 5 times, I'll see what changes.
That's the longest one yet.
It constantly feels as though I'm going over the top of the ball.
Yeah, I mean, if you look at the numbers there, the club path was 1.3 to the left, so I mean that's probably near enough ideal for that club, and horizontal club face 5.1, so you've just shut the face a little bit.
Yeah.
But I mean, to be honest, look at the grouping here. I'll show you on here because it's clearer. Apart from the one on the left, all 5 shots apart from that are very, very good. Aim at the right side of the green and hit it hard, I think would be my kind of go-to there.
That's the first one that's felt good.
Mm-hmm. So there, and I know this is nothing to do with the video, but all you've done is the face was less closed than the path, or less left than the path, should I say.
Yeah.
Path was 4 to the left and the club face was only 2.7, so effectively that's just a nice fade. Very nice.
Excellent. Sorry, I know it's gone right, but
it's
the first one that's gone right.
We ruined it.
I have to say, I mean, certainly if you've got a distance to try and hit the ball to a green, then this is a pretty nice.
In fairness, even that one was nearly 200 yards, and it really wasn't that good, was it?
Yeah, no, it wasn't. It's a bit heavy.
A bit heavy, that one. Maybe a tired one, that one, I think, in fairness. Right, one more, but look how straight it is, that one. Right, one more, Mark, and then we'll finish with the 3 iron. The 3 iron for me almost seems like more of an emotional driven club than a kind of stats and fitting driven club. Maybe one for if you went and played the old course, just take it out there for a few shots.
Well, yes, yeah.
A 15th club that you don't tell anyone about and don't really use. Yeah, lovely golf swing. Lovely, lovely golf swing, that. Very nice. Right. So, Mark, yes, guess what the challenge is?
To try and get over 200.
And if he does, So guys, you may know that whenever me and Mark have done some filming recently, we've set a bit of a challenge for him, either to make some birdies or to hit a particular shot. So in these 5 shots, if Mark does get over 200 yards, then we're going to invite you and a partner or a friend or whoever you play golf with down to make a 4-ball with us here at Huddersfield Golf Club. Just comment below, go Mark. And then we're...
And I'll try and go.
yeah. Good effort.
It's the first.
See, the thing is with this, if I'd have said to you hit it 240 with the hybrid, you probably get it because you've got that element of forgiveness, whereas you've got to put the speed in with the 3-iron, but also strike it central.
You have. That went nice and straight. That was a good sighter.
Oh, we're getting there.
Oh, no, it's just not. Oh, nasty. Oh, nasty.
Certainly not the best. 2 more to go, and I'm even going to let you use a tee-peg because I really want to invite some people for a game. I know it's going to mess up our averages, but have we got a broken tee-peg anyway? Do you think this makes it easier for you? Doesn't make the shot any easier, does it?
It doesn't make the shot any easier, no, but it's, I guess it gives you just a little bit of
room for manoeuvre.
Feel.
You can maybe change the angle of attack a bit and get it more level rather than trying to hit down it slightly.
Oh, that was terrible swing.
Not the best one.
Terrible swing.
So Mark, I've done this for a reason. I've done this just to show that long clubs, we often try and hit hard, we often try and hit a certain distance, and forgiveness, you can kind of get a certain element of forgiveness when you're just trying to pat it down there, trying to hit it a certain distance.
Yeah.
All of a sudden we've said to Mark, you've got to hit this over 200 yards or you're letting 160,000 people down, which it looks like you're going to do, but that's neither here nor there. But the forgiveness level has now dropped off the planet, and this...
Totally.
So we've thrown, there must be a scientific word for this, we've thrown something into the mix, but I don't know what that would be.
Yeah, curveball.
Yeah, that's the one, yeah.
That's scientific.
Come on, Mark.
It's not feeling good at the moment.
No. Hold that position at the top for a millisecond longer and then hit it.
Oh.
I'll say not the best,
that was just tired.
Yeah, that was the worst of the bunch. So, Mark, before we look at the numbers, what were your thoughts on this test? I think we almost knew this, but it's good to show people.
Well, on this test, what's the point in having that in your bag?
Yeah.
You know.
Probably more a fun test than anything, but a lot of people...
This every day.
Yeah, so many people who are maybe getting into golf this year because of what's happened, golf's more accessible than ever, might be thinking, well, I'll just put a 3-iron in the bag and I should be fine because it's a similar loft, it'll go a similar distance. I think what we're about to prove in the numbers dispels that quite
absolutely.
a lot. So,
yeah, I mean, we're a long way short.
Yeah.
Distance-wise, and whilst dispersion's got a bit wild at the end there because I was trying to hit the 3-iron longer, the dispersion was sort of broadly similar, but it was the distance that was the key difference between the two.
Let's take a look. So as always, we will start with dispersion. So this is the 3-iron, and like Mark said, this did get worse towards the end when I set the challenge for him, so I'll let him off with that. And hybrid, the one thing that I'm noting there is the consistency of that peak height and ball flight. Most of the shots there are pretty identical. So if you're talking about hitting a particular window for a ball flight, that's obviously going to help you. Looking at the table, and we'll look at initially all of them. So the 3-iron hybrid averaged at 207, which there's a couple of numbers in there that brought that down. I will show you all of them. And the 3-iron averaged at 176, so we're talking 31 yards, which I think probably more than what we anticipated because of what we did at the end. But the difference was probably about 20 yards before that anyway. On average, we had club head speeds, funnily enough, Mark, 93.7 and 93.8. So your average club head speed with the 3-iron was faster, even with the steel shaft. Now, the average ball speed with the hybrid was 30.1, so that's 15.8 miles an hour quicker than with the 3-iron. Spin rate was a little bit lower, as you can see, at 4.1 as opposed to 4.5, and the peak height was higher at 94.1 as opposed to 82.5 feet with the 3-iron. So the speed was there with the 3-iron, just not, that shows how unforgiving the head is.
Yes, yeah.
And if we look at, we said we were going to look at front to back. So with the hybrid, the best shot was 220 yards. The worst shot was 176. 176. So what's the difference there, Mark? That's 46 yards. That's why Mark's here, because I cannot add up. And with the 3 iron, we had a 197 actually, which was very, very good. And then we also had a 128.
43.
So.
Oh yeah, well, yeah.
So quite.
The 128. You can't count that one.
We can't count that one. But I think it goes to show that if you are a mid-handicap golfer, if you are looking to hit better shots from 200-ish yards, what would you say, Mark?
Well, you should be definitely looking at a hybrid.
Yeah. Mark, thank you ever so much.
No, thank you.
Guys, I really hope you have enjoyed that. Quite an interesting test, quite a fun test, and one day we will get some people down here to have a game of golf with us. It's becoming a bit of an ongoing thing now. I'm going to make the challenges harder and harder, actually, so that, no, I might make them easier, because I do want to get people here. But Mark, thank you ever so much for your time.
That's all right.
Really
Great
appreciate
fun.
it. Swinging really well at the minute as well, so I'm looking forward to getting on the golf course when my knee gets a little bit better. But I don't know. Guys, thank you so much for watching. Make sure you do smash that subscribe button if you haven't done already, and ring the notification bell, because people are missing the videos, Mark. They've not rung the bell, so.
Oh, ring the bell.
Ring the bell, come on. And apart from that, guys, I really look forward to seeing you all tomorrow.
Bye.
Bye.